The sharpness of the tongue defeats the sharpness of the warrior.
City, the tongue can do more damage than a single warrior or a contingent of them. You remember what happened in Rwanda? Just a single statement or two, and the nation was inflamed, and you had the genocide. You know what happened in Kenya before. A single statement coming especially from a leader, because being a leader means you are followed, can either inflame people positively, not positively, inflame people negatively, or excite people to do, positive things. It's like the single statement you saw President, Trump make yesterday, that there are only two gender categories, male and female.
That's it.
See, the whole world is swept into it.
Yes.
When just the other day, you remember, I was in this studio fighting very hard for that common thing which is so obvious. And because those other past leaders were speaking the opposite, we would not get it. So the tongue is a very powerful tool.
So we ought to be careful.
The Bible also warns that be careful about what comes out of your tongue.
Indeed.
Yes.
Gentlemen, in the last couple of days, number one, Secretary General of ODM, Edwin Sifuna, was actually seated where you're seated today. He said outside of here, in this room, and also later on in some of his other engagements, basically said the same thing. They basically twinned in statements with Siaya Governor James Orengo. And this is what they said, essentially, that ODM cannot be seen to continue heaping praises on Ruto's government because a number of the individuals have been made part of government. That you must be very clear where the lines are. Essentially, that is what they said. How does that then now pair with what you're saying?
It falls to what I'm saying. In fact, we are saying the same thing.
In fact, I think the words that James Orengo used was, ODM must not be part of Ruto's praise and worship team.
That is our policy. We are in the business of saying what is right, or praising what is good as good. Okay? As we are also in the business of criticizing positively what is wrong or constructively. If something is wrong, we have to say it is wrong. If something is good, we have to say it is good. Let me tell you, Ndu.
Yeah.
I've been in the security committee since 2013. How many terrorist attacks have you seen this year? People may not know, and we don't quite disclose these things. But if I told you the number of attempts by terrorists to enter this country which have been thwarted by the police, you would be shocked. And so when the police do well, I'll say, on this, you've secured Kenyans. When Kenyans disappear and the police, which is the long arm of government, cannot tell us where they are, I'm also in my right place as an ODM member to say there is a lapse in regard to how we are being policed, at this level. And so let me say that Orengo, Sifuna are right. I don't know why Kenyans are imbibing things which personally I don't listen to. They are saying as ODM we are not in the business of being praise and worship people. But we are also not in the business of just criticizing negatively for the sake of it.
But let me clarify what Edwin Sifuna said. He said ODM leaders in government must stop being sycophants. That doesn't come from a place where he's trying to just say that the party must praise what is good and then, castigate what is wrong. He's saying essentially that ODM leaders who have gone into government have become sycophants for government. And this is coming from a place where it is frowned upon.
Let me clarify a few things. People have been saying ODM is not in government. ODM is in some imaginary opposition, which I can challenge you. Show me that thing you call opposition in our structure of government in the Constitution, and I'll give you 1 million. You'll not get it. Okay?
You will not get the 1 million, or you will not find
you will not get opposition in our structure of government. So you must understand people like Orengo coming from the old constitution still singing, opposition. But let me clarify the following. You have the minister in charge of national treasury and economic planning, a member of ODM. I want you to take them down. You have then the minister in charge of mining and blue economy in ODM, meaning all the wealth of the nation under the earth and under the waters is an ODM member. Remember, they resigned from being officials, but they remain members of the ODM. And when we talk about blue economy, there is a reason as to why we changed it from waters, Njugos, to blue economy. Okay? Kenya has an exclusive economic zone which comes from the shore 200 nautical miles into the Indian Ocean. That is our area for exclusive economic exploitation, whether it is petroleum that is discovered, whether it is fish stocks, whether it is crabs, everything. That is our wealth. So all wealth in Kenya under the earth and under the waters, both the oceans and the internal waters, are under Joe. Oparanya, who was a deputy party leader of ODM, now a member of ODM, is in charge of cooperatives, micro, small and medium enterprises, meaning all finances beyond mainstream financial institutions and big companies like Standard Media Group are under the charge of ODM. Wandai is the Minister for Energy and Petroleum Development. For my car to move here,
if Wandai says we are
moving across here, these lights we are seeing is a member of the ODM. Now, beyond that wealth of Kenya, and let us be factual, an ODM member, Beatrice Askol, is the Minister for East African Community and Regional Integration. You know, East African Community is now Somalia, South Sudan, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi,
Ethiopia.
You know, Ethiopia is being processed, but is on board. Kenya, and then you have DRC. A single DRC can feed the entire world. Now, so, that is also under ODM. And I want to ask you a question, though. Is it that these people who are saying ODM is not in government are the ones who do not know, or they are taking Kenyans for fools? You can have your members running those portfolio in government, and you look at Kenyans in the face and say you are in some opposition thing.
Okay.
I mean, who is taking who?
But I want
fools. So the fact of the matter is what I told you.
Yes.
All political parties, all Kenyans are in the government of the Republic of Kenya.
It's one big happy
but
party.
They are in different political formations.
Okay,
I want to go to what happened in the US yesterday.
Kaluma, I want to go to
everybody, including Biden. If you asked them today,
they said they are
who
part
is
of
the president of the United States of America, Biden will tell you
it's Trump.
It is President Trump.
But
everybody falls in line. In Kenya, after election, when we say now we have a president, we are a constitutional democracy, let us wait for the next election. People say, oh, you are now in bed. In bed with what?